There is a pain you carry that has no name. Not a broken bone, not a visible wound, not something you can point to and explain to another person. Just a weight, somewhere deep, that follows you into every room, into every conversation, into every moment that should feel fine, but somehow doesn't. And you have become so good at carrying it that most people who see you every day have absolutely no idea it is there. You smile, you answer, "I'm fine." You function, you show up. But in the quiet moments, the ones you can't fill with noise, it is there, waiting, heavy, silent. This video is for that pain, the one nobody sees. Stay with me.
Let me describe something, and I want you to tell me, honestly, if this sounds familiar. You wake up in the morning, and for just a fraction of a second, before the day begins, before the phone lights up, and the responsibilities arrive, there is a moment of complete stillness. And in that stillness, before you can stop it, the weight arrives. You don't always know what it is. Sometimes it is grief, a loss that happened months or years ago, that people expect you to be over. But you are not over it. You have just learned to carry it more quietly. Sometimes it is loneliness. Not the loneliness of being alone. The loneliness of being surrounded by people and still feeling completely unseen, completely unknown, as if the version of you that everyone interacts with is not quite the real you, and the real you hasn't been truly seen in a very long time. Sometimes it is shame. Something you did. Something done to you. Something that happened that you have never spoken out loud to a single person because you don't know how, or because you don't trust what they would think, or because some part of you believes that saying it out loud would make it more real. Sometimes it is fear, a quiet ongoing fear about the future, about whether things will work out, about whether you are enough, about whether the life you are building is actually the life you are meant to be living. And sometimes, the hardest kind, it is a sadness that has no reason, no event to point to, no explanation to offer, just a heaviness that arrived one day and decided to stay. Whatever your version is, whatever the specific shape of your pain, I want you to know something. Before we go any further, you have not been suffering alone. Even when it felt completely that way, you were never alone in it. Maybe you tried to share it at some point with someone. Maybe you sat across from a person you trusted and tried to put it into words, and they listened with kind eyes, with good intentions. But somewhere in the conversation, you realized they couldn't quite reach it. Not because they didn't care, but because some pain lives in a place that human words cannot fully access. Human comfort has limits. Even the best of it, even the most sincere of it. A friend can sit with you, but they cannot carry it for you. A therapist can help you understand it, but they cannot remove it. A parent can love you through it, but they cannot feel it the way you feel it. And sometimes, after trying to explain it, and finding that even the best explanation falls short, you stop trying. You fold the pain back inward. You smile again. You say, "I'm okay." And you carry it alone. Because carrying it alone feels less painful than being misunderstood. I understand that. But here is what I need you to understand. There is one who does not need you to explain it, who does not need the right words, who does not need you to make it make sense, who already knows every layer of it, the parts you have words for, and the parts you don't, the parts you understand, and the parts that confuse even you. He already knows. He has always known. And he has been watching every single moment of it. Allah says in the Quran, and he is with you wherever you are, and Allah of what you do is seeing. Surah Al-Hadid 57:4. With you, wherever you are, not just in the mosque, not just when you are praying, not just in your best moments, with you in the dark room at 2 a.m., with you in the car when you cry, before walking into the house, so nobody sees, with you at the dinner table, smiling while something inside you aches, with you in the hospital waiting room, with you in the moment you received news that changed everything, with you in every silent, unbearable moment that no one else witnessed. Allah was there, watching, fully, completely, without looking away, and not just watching, knowing. Allah knows the thought before it forms in your mind. He knows the tear before it reaches your eye. He knows the prayer you couldn't find words for, the one that was just a feeling, just a reaching, just a desperate unnamed longing. He knew what it meant before you did. The Prophet said, Allah says, I am as my servant thinks of me. I am with him when he calls upon me. When he calls upon me, not after he has cleaned himself up, not after he has figured everything out, not after he has become worthy. When he calls, in whatever state he is in, with whatever broken words he has, or with no words at all, Allah is there, in that exact moment, responding.
I want to say something carefully here, because I don't want to minimize what you have been through. I am not going to tell you that your pain doesn't matter, or that you should just be grateful and it will go away, or that other people have it worse, so yours isn't real. Your pain is real, every layer of it. But I want to offer you a different way of seeing it. The Prophet said, no fatigue, illness, anxiety, grief, harm or sadness afflicts a Muslim, even the prick of a thorn, except that Allah expiates his sins thereby. Every moment of pain, every sleepless night, every tear that fell in private, every moment of grief that felt completely pointless, Allah was using it quietly, without announcement, to lift something from you, to purify something in you, to raise something for you that nothing else could raise. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes, the pain came because Allah wanted you to need Him, not in a cruel way, in the most loving way imaginable, because the human heart has a tendency to become self-sufficient when life is comfortable, to forget, to become occupied, to slowly stop reaching upward, because everything seems manageable from where we stand. And Allah, who loves you more than you love yourself, sometimes removes the comfort so that you will reach, so that the hands that were busy with everything else will finally open upward, empty, and completely His. Maybe the pain that you have been carrying was always meant to bring you here. To this moment. To this reaching. To the realization that the only one who can truly hold it has been waiting for you to hand it over.
So, how do you give it to Allah? How do you hand over something that lives so deep inside you that you don't even know where it begins? You start with honesty. You find a quiet moment, tonight if possible, and you sit. Just sit. No phone, no background noise, just you and the weight you carry and Allah. And then you speak. Not beautifully, not poetically, not with the right Islamic phrases if they don't come naturally, just honestly. Ya Allah, I am tired. I have been tired for a long time, and I don't know how to fix this. I have tried. I have spoken to people. I have distracted myself. I have tried to push through it, but it is still here. And I am bringing it to you because I have nowhere else to go. And because somewhere in me, I believe that you are the only one who can actually reach this. So here it is, all of it, yours. That conversation, that raw, imperfect, honest conversation is one of the most powerful acts of worship a human being can perform. Because in that moment, you are doing something that the entire dunya could not make you do. You are surrendering. You are acknowledging that you are not enough on your own, that you need Allah, not as a last resort, as your first and only real answer. And Allah, who sees everything, who knew this moment was coming long before you did, responds.
Not always the way we expect, not always immediately, not always by removing the pain, but always, always with something. Sometimes it is a peace that arrives without explanation, a quiet settling, like a storm that doesn't stop, but somehow becomes bearable. Sometimes it is a distraction at exactly the right moment, a phone call, a verse, a memory, something that says, I am here. I heard you. I have not forgotten you. And sometimes, over time, with patience and prayer, it lifts, gradually, not all at once, but noticeably, like a weight being removed one layer at a time. Allah says, Verily, with hardship comes ease. Verily, with hardship comes ease. He said it twice, in the same breath, because he wanted you to be absolutely certain. The ease is coming. It is already on its way, and it will arrive. I want to end with this. If you have been carrying something that nobody knows about, if you have been suffering in silence for days or months or years, I want you to know with absolute certainty that you were never invisible. Not to Allah, not for a single moment. Every tear you cried in private, He saw. Every night you couldn't sleep, He was there. Every moment you smiled while breaking inside, He knew. Every time you said, I'm fine, when you were anything but, He heard what you didn't say. You were never alone in it. You were never unseen. You were never forgotten. And the pain that you carry, however heavy, however long, however deep, is not bigger than Allah's ability to heal it. Nothing is. Tonight, just once, bring it to Him. All of it. Without editing. Without preparation.
without needing to make it make sense. Just bring it and let Him hold it. Because the one who created you knows exactly what you need. And He has been waiting with infinite patience for you to finally let go. If this reached somewhere in you today, somewhere that needed to be reached, please share this video. Not for numbers, not for the channel, but because right now, somewhere in your life, there is someone sitting in a quiet room, carrying something heavy and feeling completely alone. And this video might be the reminder they need that they are not. Send it to them, quietly, with love. And if you want to continue this journey back to Allah, episode by episode, reminder by reminder, subscribe to this channel, because your heart deserves to keep hearing that it is seen, that it is known, that it is loved by the one who never looks away. May Allah heal every hidden pain. May He replace every sleepless night with peace that cannot be explained. May He see every tear that fell in private and honor it on the day when everything hidden is finally known. Amen.